Hello and welcome back to yet another module on business ethics and human values. Today we are back again with a new topic on ethical issues in business. In these times, the managers are facing various ethical issues, whether it is related to financial problems, the marketing ethical issues, or it may be related to production, or of course very important, that is created with artificial intelligence and information technology. Now, here comes the important point, that what are these ethical issues? The ethical issues occur when a given decision, scenario or activity creates a conflict with a society's moral social principles, which requires a business organization or a person to select the choice that must be examined as an ethical or unethical way. That is, whether it is correct, right or wrong, whether that should be practiced and go ahead, or either that should be scrapped. Now, ethical issues in business are highly complex and challenging, very difficult to manage, and of course the decision making in such areas are highly sensitive and complex. The managers these days are facing these ethical issues at personal, organizational, professional, societal and the global levels. As we can see, that has involved all the stakeholders and their interest into being, whether it is customers, suppliers, employees, competitors, government issues, wholesalers, retailers and so many a lot, as they involve sometime the legal or the regulatory compliances. The organizations are promoting to conduct the business on the basis of honesty, integrity, fairness and trust. To resolve these ethical issues, we first have to look into that what are these ethical issues. So, first let us look into the ethical issues that are faced in the field of finance and of course accounting, where it is the foundation of the finance. So, basically the ethical issues that are faced in the field of finance are first the window dressing of the accounts, as we have known very from the earlier stages, from the initial stages, that finance or accounts can be manipulated very easily. The first limitation of accounting is the window dressing or the manipulation of the accounts that is possible at each and every end, and thus here comes the first problem. The next is the insider trading. We have known the famous cases of Subrata Roy Sahara, or we can of course talk about Rajaratnam, the multi-millionaire insider trading fraud. Again we can talk about the Ramalingam Raju and his brother, that is the Satyam case fraud, who were of course embroiled and of course involved in this financial frauds. The next is the executive compensation. There have been multitude of the cases where the companies have been declared insolvent and NPAs were there, but what about the executives and their compensation? They were highly paid. Of course, there was the accounts that were manipulated. The next comes the bribery issue, that is of course not just common in the Indian society, but of course in other countries also. That is overbilling of the expenses, then facilitation, the financial assistance and of course many other gifts in kind that are given for getting a particular contract and of course getting through the projects. The fake reimbursement, which happens to be very common especially in the government or the semi-government departments. The misappropriation of the assets, that is the use of companies' assets into different areas where it is not resourceful or the outcome will not be in favor of the company, but in favor of a person. Now, the last one is the manipulation, that is of the markets through the share purchase transactions or increasing the market capitalization of the company artificially, which has been a very common phenomena in the ethical issues of finance. Next, we come to ethical issues in the human resource management. The first and the foremost important issue that comes in the ethical areas of human resource is related to recruitment. There have been a lot of biasness which were found in the recruitment of people, especially on the basis of gender, caste, discrimination based on gender, caste, religion, location. All these have been very prominent problems in the human resource area. The other issues that have been common are related to cash and the incentive plans, the performance appraisal of the people. There have been an increasing cases of issues related against the privacy of people, the safety and health of people, the people being laid off on biased grounds, and of course cases against sexual harassment, longer working hours, then child labor, then using forced labor, especially again in many countries like Bangladesh, Vietnam, Cambodia and China. There have been a lot of complaints against the forced labor against big companies like Walmart. Then there have been of course twisting and curving the authentic trade unionism, where the union leaders are actually coercing the employees to do activities which are in favor of the particular person or the company's interest, rather following the ethics of the union. Now we will look into the ethical issues in marketing. As we know, marketing have been highly sensitive areas in the recent decade, with direct relationship with the customers and a lot of issues involved in marketing or targeting the people, especially the vulnerable crowd, the vulnerable customers. The market have been highly biased, especially towards the big corporates and the big companies who have regulated or who have dominated the markets. There have been issues related to targeting the vulnerable customers like children or the women. Of course, the market have been created impulsive tactics or unnecessary hype to raise the demand and the prices of the products. There have been an increasing issues reported against the environmental marketing, where the companies have increased the demand artificially and created consumerism, which has resulted into environmental problems. Of course, there have been companies who had been doing greenwashing by projecting their products as eco-friendly products, sustainable and organic products, but it was just on the basis of selling or increasing the demand of the product. There have been promotion of sin products directly or indirectly by creating demands for cigarettes, alcohols, and fake endorsement by celebrities, misleading the consumers about certain products, especially gluten-free products, vegan diet, or the celebrities, the apparels or the retail line that are being followed by the celebrities. The cosmetics, the increase in the use of cosmetics in the recent times in the Indian market have been due to the impulsive marketing tactics which are used by the companies. Also, these companies have used a lot of data collection techniques and intruded into the privacy of the customer information, using that information for their marketing techniques and of course increasing the sales and the profitability of the company. Now we will have a look onto another ethical issues that are related to the production field. There have been a huge emerging problems that are related to the use of new technology, which are of course really harmful to the health, safety of the people and the environment. The advancement in the genetically modified food, the radiations emitted from the mobile phones and the equipments, the electronic gadgets, their disposal, the medical equipments have created a hazard in the current times. The defective services and products are innately deleterious like alcohol, tobacco, the fast motor vehicles, the chemical manufacturing plants and the chemicals which are used without proper testing. The testing on of the products on the humans and the animals at a reckless speed without any socio-economic integrity have created a huge problem in the current times. The ethics of transactions between the organizations and the environment have led to severe problem of pollution, global warming, increase in the toxicity of water and air and the diminishing natural resources that has led to severe climate changes which we are facing in the current times. Many manufacturers are involved in the production of degraded quality of the raw materials, technologies and the process for increasing the profitability without having any concern about the people, the marketers, the employees, the community or the stakeholders at large. The other ethical issues which are faced by the organizations and the economies in the recent times are the non-disclosure and the corporate espionage, which have been common with the bigger companies getting more bigger and bigger for increasing their profits by using the human resource, the intellectual power, that is the patents, copyrights and trademarks, their knowledge for their personal interest and the company's interest without looking into the concern of the economy or the people at large. However, the last and not the least is the technology and the privacy practices that have been of an increased concern in today's time, as every technology that we are using is being monitored with the use of social media platforms, emails, the website histories, the archive files, a huge potential in data collection, data mining and the use of artificial intelligence for personal interest into profits and increasing the profitability of the companies have kept at stake the human integrity and the privacy concerns of the economies and the people at large. This has led to severe concerns about the ethical issues faced by the society in today's times, in dearth of which the society will be having lack of integrity, trust and reliability, which in long term will not be sustainable either by the business or by the society. So, with this we end up the topic over here until we meet the next time. Thank you so much.